I'm Tim Bruggeman, Beeline Auto Company in Norfolk, Nebraska. And this is Rod Leibel's 65 GTO convertible. Cool story about this car. Got it brand new when he was 16 years old, has had it all these years. It's went through a couple different transformations, and this is the latest one. We have not ran anything by him during the build of the car. We kept everything secretive, gave him a few little details about it, but it's been kind of hush-hush. He knew what the color was, but has never seen the color in person, has never seen any of the just craziness about it until we debuted it at the Omaha World of Wheels in Omaha, Nebraska. He was super excited, as he should be. The car is killer. So I told you the owner had no say or idea what was going on. He did have a theme he wanted to stick to, and that's European sports car. So he owns a Porsche 911, and he wanted to go with a 911 theme. So that was the guide rails we had, and that's why we got this cool one-off color. It's kind of based off of a Porsche color that we tweaked around a little bit. The wheels, they are, again, Porsche themed. They're one-off, made specifically for this car. They use a center lock nut, just like the Porsche. We got the correct writing, but with one change with the Pontiac logo on the center cap. Around the wheels, we made flares. So if you look at a stock 65 GTO, they're not very aggressive looking, in my opinion. We handmade some flares to kind of give it a tougher look, more sports car look. We did that all the way around, and they're not drastic. They're not SEMA bolt-on flares. They're just very elegant, factory looking flares. Person doesn't even really notice them, which that's the whole plan. Front spoiler, we kind of themed also after a Porsche, tucked it in real nice to kind of flow with everything. Did some side marker lights, tucked bumpers. Bumpers have a ton of work into them. Getting those to tuck in and look appropriate and line up with the dual headlights on each side. Yeah, I mean, we got endless parts on this car. We counted, we got 110 one-off machine parts, and I bet we're missing a couple on that list, but that's a lot of parts, and it doesn't look like it. It looks very OE, which that was the whole plan. If you notice it, then we failed. We want it to look very original, but something's off. All right, drivetrain. We got a new LS3 from GM Performance. One of my favorite things we did to this car is these cars had a fake scoop on the hood. They always looked kind of cool, but they were fake and served no purpose. We took the scoop, cut it out, and made a shaker that is actually usable. It does pull air from the vents now that were fake. So there is a filter box and a drain and pretty intricate piece that we built to sit on top of the engine and actually work. It does shake with the car, which is kind of cool. Yeah, again, a lot of work went in this whole engine bay, even under the hood. Under the hood has a stupid amount of work. Just making it look factory, making everything look factory. We didn't want to, again, hide stuff. We wanted to keep it original looking, but that takes a lot of work and a lot of thought and to make a hole in a hood that doesn't belong there, but keeping all these factory openings and stampings was a trick. But I think it turned out pretty cool. We used a couple different satin blacks, painted the engine the original Pontiac color. So with the body, a lot of things have been messed around with. I know I told you the scoop was my favorite part. I take that back. These door handles are my favorite part. They are the original door handles that have been sectioned down, just made them real slim, put a pocket, and yeah, they're pretty cool. Neil here at the shop came up with that idea, and I love it. We're gonna incorporate that on other builds we're doing. Interior is just top notch. Starline Hot Rod Interiors is responsible for that. We 3D printed the console, 3D printed armrests. It was kind of the first time we played around with some of that stuff. I don't know how Paul felt about it, but it was pretty cool being able to 3D print stuff, and then he does his stitch work on it and makes it look really good. But back to all the pieces that were machined and drawn up, 3D printed, test fitted, sent out to get cut out of billet. I mean, it's all over. It's handles, it's everything. These were actually metal 3D printed. The owner of the car owns a metal 3D printer, so we utilized a lot of his guys and machines for the project. These vents, those were all 3D metal printed. They're really cool. Same with these defrost vents. And then some of those parts even got hand pinstriped and filled in with black. Dash is pretty trick, has a lot going on there. We heavily modified that. Built pretty much the whole top of it. Looks stock, but very clean. Built the surrounds around the gauges. Kept the European theme going on the inside. Wanted it to look modern, but still have an old car feel. Center console's really cool. We kind of robbed the idea from Lincoln Navigators, have 2 armrests. We really like that, so we kind of robbed that. The mirrors are pretty cool. Again, those are all machined. Housings are 3D printed. Bases are metal 3D printed. The retainer around the opening has been CNC'd and then chrome plated. The rear of the car, they had pot metal taillight extensions that we handmade out of sheet metal, and it conformed to the car, so got rid of some of the lines. Totally transformed this backside along with the rear bumper, tucking it, cleaning it up, having the lights run into everything. Made a cool diffuser for the bottom. Gas cap made, again, metal 3D printed, some CNC'd stuff, and we made a LED taillights that are behind here that look pretty cool. In the trunk, Paul and Brenda did an awesome job again. Owner did have an idea of a wine chiller, wine cooler for his bottles of wine. So the guys built a cool chiller. A bottle of wine goes here and wine glasses. It's got a cooler built in to put your bottle in there, and within a minute or so you got some chilled wine. Pretty neat feature. Batteries tucked behind here. Here's an example of a book we do on every build. Just the customer gets to keep it. This guy lives out of state, so if he would need to bring it to his shop, everything's in here that is on the car. I know aftermarket made in China parts never fail, but need being, he's got everything here, what's on the car, notes Neil made as he wired it or went through it, and valuable part of the car, so we like to keep that safe. And yeah, that's about it.